producers Corey Marino, JD Jeremy Dayton, but the real star of the show is on the field at SoFi Stadium. Let's go down field side if we could, please, and wait for the official announcement here for the star of our show.
Watch out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field All-Pro defensive end and acting iconic legend, the one, the only, Fred Dreyer, number 89.
Take about 5 minutes out of that.
Well, that was something else, I'm telling you.
Whoa. Who was that for? You or me?
That's you.
Oh.
Number 89, Fred Dreyer. How you doing this week, Fred?
Well, now that I've heard that
Gotta be better.
that delicious approbation,
That's good.
I think I'm doing a lot better now. Can you tell?
I can tell already. And a little depressing news we start off with the show, though, Fred.
Yep.
One of our favorite restaurants, here's in mine, Rayo's Restaurant, I hear, is going to be closing here at the... We might have to go there by the end of the month if we want to see, what is it, Johnny Beefsteak or hamburger?
Johnny Roast Beef.
Roast beef, thank you. Johnny Roast Beef. This Rayo's is one of the iconic restaurants nationwide. One in New York, one in Vegas, and one in L.A.
Well, the one in New York is the one
That's the big one, right? You've eaten there, haven't you?
we all celebrate. Yes, I have several times.
It's good.
Right next to the guy that runs the West Side Mafia.
Thank you, Fred. It's so good to mention that's our word today, to come by and say mafia and you get a discount, the headless discount. It's just you don't get to go to the head, but you can eat as much food on a discount as you like. Apparently that guy is going to be out of a gig in about a week. Sorry to hear that.
You better hope you're taking a cab.
Exactly. Glad I'm not in the studio with you guys. It's pretty good. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got lots to talk about here. Olympic hockey, football, baseball. I know Fred's really a big fan of Olympic hockey. I suggested we talk about it. So
curling.
We'll get right to it. No, not curling. We'll be back with hockey. Stay with us.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
What's better than a great conversation? How about a great conversation paired with unforgettable cheese? At Harmony Cheese, we don't just bake cheese, we craft moments. Wisconsin-made, rich, creamy, bursting with flavor. Our cheeses turn any gathering into a celebration. Whether it's our fan-favorite cheddar or our bold new 6-pepper cheese, every bite is a harmony of taste and tradition. And now, CRN Talk listeners get an exclusive treat, 10% off your first order at harmonycheese.com with the code CRNTalk. That's CRN Talk. Don't wait. Stock your fridge. Impress your friends. Just treat yourself. Our new gift boxes are the perfect way to say I care without saying a word. Wrapped, ready, and guaranteed to wow. HarmonyCheese.com. Taste the conversation. Share the love. That's HarmonyCheese.com. Say CRN Talk.
The most compelling a cappella group on stage, live, presented by the Showroom at South Point. You'll be amazed by the incredible sound of Mosaic.
I got this feeling inside my
February 27th to March 1st. Tickets to the box office online at southpointcasino.com or charged by phone 702-797-8055. Mosaic. An a cappella experience at the South Point.
Hi, everyone. Gina Bellich here with the Legal Help Center. And we have a special guest with us today, Super Bowl champ Vernon Davis. So, Vernon, tell all of our radio listeners who should call right now.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me join you here in the studio. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation. Give us a call right now and find out how much money you could potentially get.
Thanks, Vernon. You heard it, folks. If you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, give us a call right now and find out how much money you could potentially get. Call 800-745-9090. That's 800-745-9090. 800-745-9090. Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
Welcome back here to the Fred Dreyer Show, the one and only all-pro defensive end, the acting legend, Fred Dreyer, with you every week at this time. Corey Marino, JD, Jeremy Dayton, producing the show. I'm Michael Horn. And Fred, you have to admit, I took you to a couple of hockey games. I think you went to two. And we were in the press room there and had the free meal and everything. And Bob Miller, the great hockey announcer, says, just go to 3 hockey games. If you go to 3 and you're not a hockey fan, forget it. And so you have one more game to really go to before you can actually toss out hockey as a great spectator sport for yourself.
I do. You want me to go to another hockey game?
Yes, one more.
Oh, well.
One more game.
I don't know if I...
You got to admit that the Olympic hockey team, men's and women's, pretty good. They beat Canada. The women beat Canada first, the men second. And by the way, I understand, a lot of people like to buy jerseys. I know JD, Jeremy Dayton's a big jersey person, and so is Corey Marino. And it's like they like to buy one and wear it. Apparently, listen to this, Nike didn't order any winning USA jerseys because everybody, including Nike, thought Canada was going to win. Am I right about this, Corey?
Yeah, the Canadian team were overall favorites going into the gold medal game and even in just to the Olympics in general. So Nike didn't think to make any jerseys for sale, and so you can't. Jack Hughes is one of the big ones that people were looking for because he chipped his tooth and had the golden goal in overtime to get the gold medal. And people were looking to buy his jersey and everything, and you can't even buy it. They're not even selling them right now.
But they are going to.
They probably will now because of the outrage. But I mean, it's Nike and Fanatics. I just found out doing more research that Fanatics is getting in trouble or backlash as well because the World Baseball Classic. If you want to buy a jersey for that, it won't show up till the end of April when the World Baseball Classic is over.
Huh.
I'll tell you.
I mean, you can buy almost any type of design now, and it's like they make it as you order it. But I guess for something like this, maybe they knew if they didn't warn people, they'd be way behind because it would get a huge surge.
Yeah. Did you say that you can make them any way you want?
Well, I mean, I'll often see like special designs, and they're not pre-made. It's like once you order it, then it gets made. But I guess something like this, they would need a huge batch pre-prepared.
Yeah.
What even changing the team's colors and all that?
Yeah. I mean, there are certain apps and websites that you can go to where you can customize little jerseys and like do weird things to it. Yeah.
But then that's not the jersey.
No, it's not.
What the hell's going on here?
It's a replica.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of sites will take you to like a shop in China that makes it look exactly the same. It's just like those knockoff purses and stuff that sell for cheap, but nobody knows the difference.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a sad kind of thing.
You, Mike? Should we?
Well, I
you need 3 before you decide.
Laying back on this because my dentist, Dr. Timothy Knoll, has, I believe, making replicas of Jack Hughes's tooth. And he's going to be selling that in Burbank at his office.
Is this a joke?
It's actually a...
Is this a Mike
Fred,
joke?
You know about this, too. Explain it to the crowd.
It's actually a...
Well, we give one for JD.
A golf cart tooth.
Mm-hmm. It is.
What's a golf cart tooth?
In miniature.
Well, a golf cart tooth is if you have somebody driving the golf cart after too many beers and they tip the thing over.
Yeah, that would be the margarita.
The margarita tooth.
Be the margarita.
Drops out. But Timothy Knowles is a genius for Timothy Knox is a genius for taking advantage of any kind of a business deal. So any of those of you wanting a replica of the actual broken tooth, should go ahead and contact him. And I believe there's going to be just a few available that Jack Hughes has autographed. So
you know what you need?
Small autograph.
Forget the replica. Get like a mouth guard that you put over your teeth that makes it look like you're missing that tooth, and that'll be the next holiday outfit.
That's good.
For Halloween.
Autograph the tooth. On the front it says Jack Hughes, and on the back, USA Olympic Team 2026 gold medal winners. It's a rather big tooth that he lost. So,
that's crazy, and he wouldn't stop smiling. It's like, can't blame him. Him and his brother Quinn, man, back-to-back game winners in the semis and finals.
In overtime.
Crazy.
Both.
Yeah.
All of you guys need to move up next to the microphone. You guys are all backing off now every time you hear about this tooth. Apparently, it's unpleasant for you. So let me just say this. Did any of you watch the State of the Union address with President Trump?
I did not. I was walking the dog.
I was playing pickleball.
I did.
I did too, Fred. Wasn't it a great speech? Because it even started off with the Olympic team there. It was a feel-good mood. Some people absolutely detest Donald Trump. They have Trump derangement syndrome. How can you detest the guy when he brings on the gold medal winning hockey team and had all these people that went through and got the medals and all sorts of things given to them during it's a feel-good moment to be an American to watch this, because the U.S. Olympic team felt good that they were winning this for the country, Fred.
Well, that was one idea. The other one was it was so long that they were.
How long was it?
They were concerned that the longness of it would be, a problem, but it wasn't. People accepted it, and it was good. He talked about the right things, and I'm tired of politics, and I'm tired.
I am too.
You know what I am? I'm tired of talking to people about how come Trump is such a terrible person.
Yeah, you watched the State of the Union. It was great.
He's doing what they voted him to do.
Say that again. That is exactly correct.
They voted for him to do what he's doing, and that is solve the problems, fix them. Don't get lost in the snow bank. You got problems with the border. He's eradicated North America from fentanyl. Isn't that a good thing?
That's a good thing.
Okay.
So many good things happen.
We can go down the list of that, and I'm not going to because I think it's boring to do it. But I want a guy to do it. I had a guy a long time ago. I had an apartment in Long Beach I bought when I was with the Rams, and in the off season I said, something, I think I'm gonna paint this part of the facade here. And so I went down and I got the paintbrushes and I got the paint and the rollers and I got the whole kit.
Beautiful.
And I started my work, and then the guy across the street
from the apartment
came over and introduced himself. He goes, "Oh, I see you all the time over here." And I go, "Yeah."
What was his name?
I had no idea.
Okay.
No, it was not important to this story. That's for sure.
Okay.
Now those you were yelling police as he runs down the street. So we're talking with him and everything, and it went on for a couple of days, and he became so annoying. He became such a pain in the ass. I had to be very careful how I talked to him because he was about ready to launch into a diatribe on me, my family, and everybody else.
What was he bugged about? What was the problem?
He's crazy. That's all you need to say.
He had early Trump derangement
That's what I
syndrome.
tell the police when they show up.
That's it. At the time, nobody even knew who Donald Trump was. He had Trump derangement syndrome at an early age.
No, he comes over across the street and he gets right into where the sidewalk and the driveway is, and he has his hands on his hips, and he's just mouthing, he's just going completely ape. And I just said, look, I got a long way to go to paint this freaking building, so why don't you just take a hike? And the guy across the street says to me, he's this way all the time. You better make a go of it.
So he's upset about what, the fumes? Was he upset about the color?
I said, well, I got this job I got to do, and I'm doing it. And I don't want anybody monkeying around with me. So the end result is that my mother says to me, you made a deal to
paint
for all these tenants.
Hold on a second. The cliffhanger's coming up. We'll be right back with it. Don't go away. It's the Fred Dryer Show. Don't leave.
I've got a question for you. Do you want a lower car payment just by making a phone call? You know, most people buy a car and they pay whatever the car dealer says their interest rate is, and they forget about it and make payments. But did you know there is a secret in your contract that allows another company to refinance any car payment to try and lower it? It's true. There is indeed a company out there that knows the ins and, more importantly, the outs on car loans, and they know how to lower your current car payments. It's easy and fast, and you could have a lower car payment next month. Make this free call right now and find out if you could lower your existing car payment. Call the Car Savings Hotline right now. The call is free.
Call now. 800-474-9528. 800-474-9528. 800-474-9528. That's 800-474-9528.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-351-8614. That's 800-351-8614. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-351-8614.
I don't even recognize myself anymore.
I'm really worried about him. His addiction. I haven't seen him like this. Ever.
Hey, look, I never wanted to start using. I knew the drill, but I was out of options.
I just want to tell him it's not your fault. There are people out there who can help. People who have felt your pain. They know what you're going through.
This has to stop. I'm losing everything. Everyone.
You've been strong your whole life. You can do this, but you have to reach out for help.
It's time. I can do this.
Addiction is a disease, and diseases need treatment.
Call Quit Drugs 321 now. 800-324-1524. 800-324-1524. That's 800-324-1524. Paid for by the Detox and Treatment Helpline.
We're back. It's the one and only Fred Dryer Radio Show, coming to you every week at this time. Sports Byline Radio Network, our flagship 790 KABC in Los Angeles. I'm Michael Horn. Our producers, Corey Marino, JD Jeremy Dayton, and the star of our show, Fred Dryer. You know, producer Corey came to me before the show started and says, what are we going to talk about today? And here, I said, Corey, all you got to do is talk to Fred about the painting story, and that'll kind of kick us into the beginning. So, Fred
all right,
Dryer
you got to be quiet now, because don't explain what we're going to talk about. Just do it so I can go home.
Recap it so we can get to where we were. Because there's people that tuned in late here.
Yeah, I've got a neighbor who wants his roof painted.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. So here's the deal.
Yes.
So. This neighbor of mine comes over and just says, You know, you're kind of a rude guy. I said, exactly. I am rude. And when I see people like you, I get kind of funny a little bit. I quiet down, and then I go to the roof. I jump on the roof, and I run off the roof, and I tackle you. So what happens is he says he's going to report me, and this whole thing turned into a big Megillah, you know.
Sounds like.
And so my mother says to me, "You promised the neighbors that you would paint this building."
Yes.
And I said, "I'm going to, Mom. I'm gonna finish it, but I now resent having to do it. I don't want anyone to recoup the benefits of my elbow grease." And I said, especially this guy over there, his name Homer, or whatever his name was. Homer.
Yeah.
I think that's his name.
I think he was a baseball guy.
This when you were just a football player.
This
was before.
This was when I was working and stealing money from the Rams that day.
Wow.
So anyway,
yes, go ahead.
The point is that you know, no matter if your mom asks you or not, you got to push through the trials and tribulations of making sure that you do what you say you're going to do,
of course,
regardless if you turn into a jerk or not. And so that's where Trump is.
So, wait, I don't know.
You don't have to always be a jerk.
I don't know how that's connected, but
it is.
Youngsters
it is
out
definitely
there,
connected.
you got to do what you say you're going to do. Is that the point of the story?
Well, of course, yeah, it is. That's the way life is.
It's the way it is. So, what color was the building?
It was oyster white.
Oyster white.
Yeah.
You know it's biblical, Fred. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Like, be a man of your word. That's a very biblical principle. So that's
right,
good.
JD?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Truth Radio there, Jeremy Dayton. He gets that taken care of. I'm telling you, a man of his word over there. That's a great story, Fred, and touching for you youngsters that are tuned into the show. Uncle Fred tells these stories on his Saturday morning show, Story Time with Uncle Fred. I hope you catch that on many of these CRN radio stations. It's a good program.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. I just want to put a plug in for all the shows you do. So
the rude guy.
Yeah. So the medal went out to the goalie on that stopped. How many shots? Like 46 shots did he stop on the hockey team for the American team?
In the gold medal game, he had 41 saves.
41 saves. Yeah. That's a great game, I'm telling you. We should have Bob Miller on here because he's our hockey expert, and I think we will. But Canada, it's not been a good year from last year into this year, if I'm right here, Corey. What kind of give us a recap of the sports scene in Canada?
So, unfortunately for Canadians, if you were living in Canada and true Canadian and you love sports, you did not have a very good year this year, including late 2025. But so in the Stanley Cup, the Edmonton Oilers, which is based out of Canada, lost in 6 games. And then in the World Series, the Toronto Blue Jays lost in extra innings in Game 7 to the Dodgers. And then you thought, oh, we're going into the Olympics. The Canadians will wipe the floor with usually the U.S. The women team, the hockey team, they lost to them in overtime. And then a couple days later, the men's hockey team lost in overtime as well. So that's 3 losses in extended time on the biggest stage in the world in 1 year. So it's not great to be a Canadian sports fan at the moment.
They do have one chip in their cap. Can you guys guess where it is?
Where's that?
On the curling ice.
Oh, okay.
The men won gold and the women's beat the U.S. for bronze.
No.
Which was So the Canadians are cheering the curlers.
What were the women doing before the game started?
I don't know.
Curling. Practicing. And she looked at the hairdo. Fred, I have to ask you this, because they not only lost the game, they lost the team. There was the old Canadian football team. Didn't your buddy Vince Ferragamo play for the Montreal Alouettes?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Against the wishes of his teammates.
You guys wanted him to stay, right?
No, I wanted him to stay here in L.A.
Yes.
And take the money that the Rams were dealing with him on.
Yeah.
because he was going to be the starter for the Rams. And I said, no matter what the difference in price, and it wasn't that great. He wasn't like the Rams weren't saying you take it or leave it, and don't think you're going to use leverage against us, for this Canadian outfit. And he left and he went to Canada, and we never saw him again. Vinny was a hell of a little quarterback.
He just disappeared.
It was
good
the weirdest thing. I have to call in and talk and just ask Vinny a couple.
Yeah, that's a good question for the show. Yeah, I think he does a radio program called On Point Live. We'll have to make sure we on many of these same stations. And so this is kind of a sad thing. And who was your quarterback then that year for the Rams?
Without Vinny.
76.
Yeah.
Was it 70?
No, it would have been 80, right? Because you
was it
Super
80?
Bowl. You were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's
79.
right. So it's 80, and I gotta think it was
Joe Namath, right?
Well, he left.
You started selling.
That was his last year. That was the deal. There was a void there in the quarterback position. I think it was they traded for somebody else. Brock Stewart or something.
Who was it, Corey? Do we have a listing on that?
I'm looking right now.
James Harris?
Could have been, yeah.
We're looking, efforting.
Yeah, we'll find out for you and have that information momentarily. Find out who replaced Vince Ferragamo on the Los Angeles Rams when he left.
This says in 80 it was Vince, but
it says Pat Hayden.
Yeah, Pat was there.
I think it was Jeff Kemp.
Oh yeah, Pat Hayden.
Jeff Kemp, as the primary quarterback, replaced the Rams when Ferragamo was injured in 1984, but that's when he came back and went to Buffalo after that.
Pat Hayden, Bob Lee, or Jeff Rutledge?
Bob Lee.
Bob Lee.
Bob Lee, I think.
Okay, they have it. Okay.
It wasn't Vince, is all we know.
Yeah, it's sad because the Rams were on kind of a roll. They put a good team together, but that is what they say. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the game of football for you. So, but anyway, our congratulations to the Olympic hockey team. Johnny Gaudreau's wife Meredith, grateful for Team USA honoring her late husband. You know, Johnny and his brother were killed in an unfortunate accident. They were riding their bikes, and so they brought the Olympic team brought Johnny's jersey on the field. Am I right? And brought his kids on the field. It was something there's something about hockey players where they really get it, and they're really, it comes. It's not a personal thing for them. It's a team effort, and they play for their team and their country. And I love that whole spirit. It's good.
Yeah, they do exude the spirit of competition. And they're good guys.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's one thing is just because what most people that outside of America thinks that Americans are arrogant and pompous and front runners and whatnot, and then I think that's why in hockey they're always the underdogs and they're always team forward and everybody's out for each other. I mean, out for the other person next to them, not just for themselves. And you actually get to see the team sport. And that coming together in brotherhood instead of all the other American sports. You got baseball. It's like you got all these guys. You got Ohtani making $1 bajillion and being the front man. There's no real front man for the hockey team. Like we have Jack Hughes, who had an amazing moment, but not many people knew his name before, so it's not really star-ridden. Yeah. It's more of a team aspect that they learn through the game and being underdogs in the whole international scale.
Every kid who's 9 is privy to playing for their country.
Yeah.
And it's a real. I knew Gretzky. He told me some great stories about the real spirit and camaraderie. Some of these guys, the hockey team was very instrumental in a lot of the upbringing of these people, these young kids, and it's a real. I saw a couple of games live, down close, and boy, it's just sensational to be to be whiz-banging along the boards, you know.
Oh, and you hesitated on seeing a third game, though.
Boy, that's kind of loud there, JP.
Yeah, I know.
Back off that microphone.
I was double parked.
Oh, boy. Got a headache right now. Anyway, so I will say this. The great Gretzky, he would pass to other players over there. He didn't have to score the goal. He would set the goals up and give them to other people and his setup guy. And that, at the Edmonton Oilers and later with the Los Angeles Kings, quite extraordinary and made him a great guy. Plus, he had the TV that you had until last year, the rear screen projection model that
he sold
sold to you, and you and I tried to get the convergence to work on it, but I think we watched some baseball games on there. I'm not sure. There was something big and white that got thrown around.
Yeah, there's something happened in the exchange.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
What's better than a great conversation? How about a great conversation paired with unforgettable cheese? At Harmony Cheese, we don't just bake cheese, we craft moments. Wisconsin-made, rich, creamy, bursting with flavor. Our cheeses turn any gathering into a celebration. Whether it's our fan favorite cheddar or our bold new 6-pepper cheese, every bite is a harmony of taste and tradition. And now, CRN Talk listeners get an exclusive treat. 10% off your first order at harmonycheese.com with the code CRNTalk. That's CRN Talk. Don't wait. Stock your fridge. Impress your friends. Just treat yourself. Our new gift boxes are the perfect way to say I care without saying a word. Wrapped, ready, and guaranteed to wow. HarmonyCheese.com. Taste the conversation, share the love. That's HarmonyCheese.com. Say CRN Talk.
If you struggle to keep up with conversations, if you have trouble hearing the TV or radio or in restaurants, Audien Hearing Aids wants you to hear better, because when you hear better, you're going to feel better. There are over 500,000 very happy Audien Hearing Aid customers. They're happy because they now live a better life. They live a better life because they hear better. And they hear better because they purchased a full pair of Audien Adam 2s for only $189. Audien was rated in the best OTC hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today. You trust USA Today, so you can trust Audien. The Adam 2 is so tiny, nearly invisible, but they've got great sound quality. And did we mention only $189 for a full pair? Shipping is free, and you get a 45-day money-back guarantee. So easy to order. Call Audien. Call 1-800-713-8607. 1-800-713-8607. 1-800-713-8607.
Back here to the Fred Dreyer Show, the one and only Fred Dreyer Show, the all-pro defensive end, the acting legend. I'm Michael Horn, Corey Marino, JD, Jeremy Dayton, producers of the show. Fred Dreyer, the star of our broadcast. And Fred, you're right, that the TV set, just to kind of wrap things up there, that was a beautiful rear screen projection TV.
A Sony.
Apparently, it was a Sony.
It was a Sony. It was heavier than a Volvo.
And you could adjust the convergence where the red, green, and the blue tubes would line up, and we could never quite get it right on your TV. I think it's because it dropped off of Wayne's pickup truck.
It had four heavy duty caster rollers on the bottom of it.
Well, Wayne took those off when it fell off his truck in your driveway, but I think we got it pretty much, and Fred still has it out in his garage, in his man cave out there in the garage. It's fun to go over, watch a baseball game, and who's pitching now?
I had to stand in the kitchen to watch it.
The Seinfeld of radio, ladies and gentlemen. Fred Dreyer here with you every week at this very time. So thank you, Wayne, for all the great memories with Fred.
Really?
Your hockey stories, and especially your TV. He had one just like it and then sold it to you. It was good. So anyway, very nice. All right, we have to move along here because time is of the limit here to get some things in. You played with a lot of great kickers in your day, Fred, and the New York Giants and the Rams. And the Cowboys have offered to make this guy, Brandon Aubrey, NFL's highest paid kicker, but reportedly he wants a lot more. Tell us a little more on this, Corey.
Yeah, so they have offered him. They said that the Dallas Cowboys have offered him $7.5 million per year to kick field goals, and he's seeking closer to $10 million per year.
How much is that a kick? Is it like $500,000?
I don't know.
George Allen just rolled over in his grave.
George Allen.
He's really good, but $10 million is
unbelievable.
Is quite a price to pay for a kicker.
Well, a guy kicks from 60 yards in practice and go, yeah, okay, let's see what happens. And the game starts, and he kicks a 62-yard field goal, and they win the game. And now they get whatever they want. Now,
that's it.
He was clutch. He was clutch. I mean, maybe he's capitalizing on Tyler Loop's missed kick to send Pittsburgh to the playoffs and outs the Ravens, and realizing how many clutch kicks that he made. Dallas still didn't make it, but
this Harrison Butker guy, he was with the Kansas City Chiefs. He was the highest paid kicker at $6.4 million. He's going to want a pay raise, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
Butker,
that's the whole name of the game.
He's not good anymore. I don't think. I haven't seen him. I don't think he did well. I think he got canceled for women in the kitchen remarks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the whole market is, ever since the Deshaun Watson contract, and then Lamar and Jalen, they wanted to have their entire contracts guaranteed, and they ended up backing up, and they got like 70% of their contract guaranteed, but not the full 100% like Deshaun did, and now they're realizing what a train wreck that was, and owners are kind of, getting stiff again when it comes to that. They're giving bigger contracts, but just not guaranteed. But when it comes to a kicker, I think they might fall in that same precedent of not. You give him all that money, it puts more pressure on him. Then all of a sudden he starts missing kicks, and it's like it's the worst contract ever.
Exactly.
Stuck to a kicker.
So how much was your kicker making there with Frank Corral when you played in the Super Bowl?
Oh, well, we yelled at. I yelled.
From the team or the Mafia?
Wait a minute, you yelled at him?
I spent half my time yelling at him.
Well, what did you say?
No. Everybody was okay. Hey, all right. We scored first, and I said, all right, 7-0. And then the guy said, well, wait a minute. Frank's got to kick the extra point. So we all stopped on the sideline with our hands on our hips. We figured, well, it's an extra point. It's at the 3-yard line. And I turned around over my shoulder to talk to somebody, reply to somebody's question, and I saw Johnny Carson. In the lower loge seat with his sunglasses and his binoculars. And I thought to myself, he's not going to need any of those things.
Exactly, 3 yards.
So sure enough, the ball snapped. It's down, and Frank shanked it. And people, there must have been Vegas emptied out that day because they were yelling for his life. They were chasing him.
This was the Super Bowl, wasn't it? The '79 Super Bowl?
That's right.
Well, that happened. That was in the Super Bowl that he missed the extra point?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you don't do that. And, and they showed Ray Malavasi on the sideline, just like melting.
That tough day at the old football field.
I said, cheer up, Frank. Don't worry about it. You got a whole game to go.
Well, it's funny because I brought up Tyler Loop, and apparently Lamar's always he's like the biggest team guy, but Tyler Loop.
Baltimore, is that right?
Yeah, in that last Week 18 game against Pittsburgh, before he missed that potential game-winning kick, he kicked the ball out of bounds after we had taken the lead on a miraculous, touchdown pass from Lamar. And then he kicks it out of bounds and gives it to him on the 40, and Lamar kind of gave him a scolding on the sideline after that. And I had to wonder if that shook him a little bit. He had a great rookie year, but you never know what it's like when you got your big teammates coming down on you. If that puts that little bit of extra pressure that gets to your nerves.
Yeah. Hey, you idiots! Get you unnerved a little bit there.
Somewhat.
Yeah. These are stories you don't hear on any other sports show here on the Fred Dryer Show. Here's one more for you, Fred. And this is from Miami. The Reuben Bain Jr. Of the Miami team there, and the Dolphins defensive lineman is responding to the arm's length concerns that has come up. What's this all about, Corey? People are worried about the length of his arms.
So yeah, coming off of a lot of stuff was made of it last year with Will Campbell, the tackle that got drafted to the Patriots, and he had shorter arms, and they said it would, for a tackle, it's not great. And on the other side of the ball, also they said as a defensive end, you want longer arms so you can engage the blockers quicker and use your moves quicker. And he has some shorter arms, and they're about to do the NFL Combine, so they're about to measure and see how long they are. But he's telling people to look at what he does on the field instead of the size of his arms. Did you feel, Fred, that
Wait a minute. Is this a lineman who's trying to get longer arms by kicking field goals?
No. He's a defensive lineman, and he has relatively shorter arms than the average good defensive lineman.
Oh yeah, well he's got his work cut out for him.
There you go. Now, Fred, you have long arms. I mean, I've seen you over at Columbo's reach for that extra piece of salmon
from across the room.
From across, it's amazing the way you can do that. Does the length of the arm affect the ability of defensive linemen?
What would you think?
I would say yes. But
let's go back for a second.
I've not been in your competitive edge there during the game.
Do you think that it would behoove me if I show up at the game with and not bring my long arms with me?
Well, I don't know. There was that guy Shorthand Harry. He used to tickle somebody when he went out there, and then he'd catch with the long arm that he had on his left hand, and he used that short right one to kind of tickle the guy a little bit.
All right.
I could be mistaken.
All right.
Okay. You get away with a sucker punch with a short arm. Nobody sees it.
Exactly.
So
that's the inside fighting.
Yeah, really something else. And they're still going over this whole thing. This football operations vice president Troy Vincent. This is talking about things like non-football. They're talking. This is where they're talking about flags being thrown at the game now. Is this what's happening on this one, Corey?
Yeah. So in the NFL today, during the playoffs, there was a couple plays, and even before in week 16, I think, when the Rams played the Seahawks, they want to be able to, because punches were thrown in the playoff game.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they want to be able to kick a person out if a flag wasn't thrown on the play, but by replay or by video someone had later, they found out that someone broke a rule like that. So they're looking for that, and then they're also trying to centralize the referees in total. They're looking into taking more of the power away from the refs on the field and making the people in New York have a lot more power as well. And Vrabel has come out and said that they also need to add more people in that room in New York, because he said that statistically they were missing more penalties in the early window games because there were less people actually working in New York watching the games.
Yeah, that's right.
And he said they only really cared about the big games like Sunday night and the 1 o'clock window when there were less games. So a lot of revamping in the referee department. They want better refs. They want people to have. They won't be able to throw more flags, I guess. I don't know. It's going to be.
Or they don't need it when Al Michaels has got his broadcast team, because who's his color commentator?
Collinsworth.
Oh no, Al Michaels.
Collinsworth.
Oh no, that's Mike Tirico.
Mike
Tirico is Collinsworth.
The guy that was called New York to get him to overturn the call on the field.
Oh, that was Terry McCullough.
Thank you.
He was the
the ref
he was
that's
the
in the
ref
box,
analyst
yeah.
on Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, on Amazon.
And so he called in, and they had the whole that's sparking.
All this stuff is like, why does it take this long? Like they could have said the same thing 10 years ago. It's like they market. In 5 years, we'll address this. We'll just let it hang in there for now.
Well, we're getting ready for baseball season, and a lot of you don't know this. We talk about this every once in a while, but Fred started his career in sports in high school as a big strapping right-hander for his high school football team. So there's a love of baseball and football there for Fred. And Fred, the Dodgers have started off, winning a lot of games and scoring lots of runs against very few for their opponents. I don't know what they are now by the time this show is airing here on the weekend, but it's been looking pretty good for the Dodgers so far, and they've got I think Shorei's playing in the World Baseball Classic.
You're one of those guys. You're one of those guys that says, "Hey, the Dodgers won today. They're now 3-0." Well, how many games we got? How many games we have left there? Ask Mike Horn to raise the window up and yell, what's the score of the game? We need to know.
I shout it out there, and then some guy yells at me from across the street, "Stop paying that house!" It's like amazing.
Even though it is
so rude.
Even though it is spring training, the weird thing about they are 5-0, which is spring training.
But it's probably different by the time the show airs. I hate to give numbers out.
Yeah. On Wednesday they lost. They won on Wednesday against the Diamondbacks, and at that point they're 5-0. That means they've gone 45 innings without a home run though in the first 5 games, which is a little interesting.
Do you know who they have up at bat? Do you know the team?
Wilson.
The starters play a little bit.
The team they're fielding right now.
Well,
they've run out of numbers. They got,
I know.
This one guy's 007.
There was. I saw.
I
there
like
was.
that one.
There was a 007.
Yeah, Pete Alonso is looking good for the O's.
Yeah, there was 3 people batting today without even nameplates, and I felt bad.
That's pretty bad. Yeah. One of them was Dave Roberts. Let me say this. Everybody talks about how the Dodgers buy their way in and everything, but they got their second baseman guy there. What's his name? His bad ankle or whatever.
Oh, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edmonds is going to be out, so there's a opening there at second base, Fred, for somebody to maybe Mickey Miguel Rojas
and
would be good, huh?
Hae-Sung Kim.
Oh, Miguel Rojas, World Series hero.
Come on, the guy earned that spot with that home run. What do you think, Fred?
I do. I think baseball's great. You either hit the ball or you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a good way of saying it, is when you have that pregame, postgame interview. What'd you think about that fastball? Well, I either hit the ball or I don't, and I hit it.
Well, I actually hit it. If you take a look in the instant replay, that ball actually went over the fence. I don't know if you know that.
And in hockey, the interview usually goes, I see the puck, I get it, I hit the puck, it go in the goal, I feel good. And that's the way it kind of is for all of them. And then later in the third quarter, what happened on the game winner? I get the puck, I see the goal, I hit the puck, it go in the goal, I feel good. And that's pretty good. Maybe that was the Canadian team, I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't make any difference. They're all the same.
I apologize to the Canadian national team. All right, take a break and wrap things up here on the Fred Dreyer Show. I feel good. The Kahanapali Beach Resort on Maui is open, and we are welcoming guests. All properties are taking reservations now. Come visit. Go to kahanapaliresort.com. Experience Kahanapali Beach Resort on the tropical west side of Maui, just a short drive from the airport. All highways are open, a collection of relaxing resort properties, our award-winning beach, delectable dining, world-class restaurants, and activities for everyone. Snorkeling, surfing, sailboating, water sports of all kinds, beach and ocean dining, stargazing, beautiful sunsets every night, golf, sun, fun, food, wine, and all in paradise. Visit Kahanapali Beach Resort on Maui. Relax. Reservations are now available. Start with a visit to kahanapaliresort.com. That's KAANAPALI resort.com. The Kahanapali Beach Resort is waiting for you.
Are you you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 800-785-9618. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-785-9618 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 800-785-9618 right now to schedule your tax-deductible vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-785-9618 now.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-561-6320 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-561-6320 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-561-6320 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Welcome back to the Fred Dreyer Show. Email Fred Dreyer, D-R-Y-E-R, Fred Dreyer at CRN, as in Championship Radio Network, crntalk.com. Fred Dreyer at crntalk.com. I'm Michael Horn, along with Fred Dreyer, Corey Marino, J.D. Jeremy Dayton, our producers. And Fred, I agree with you. Some stupid stats coming out. You know, they're saying, oh boy, Edwin Diaz, one of the new Dodgers there in the pitching staff, had a strong spring training debut. He threw one scoreless inning on 12 pitches. Check back with me in August. Am I right? Fred?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diaz. Let's see.
Edwin Diaz, formerly of the New York Mets, I believe. Am I right, Corey?
Yeah, he's the closer that the Dodgers got.
I think they ought to cut right to the horns.
Yeah, thank you. Freddie Freeman, they're saying they're praising him for his swing mechanics, and he's only going to take about, 49 or 50 swings prior to opening day, so he gets himself in shape without, re-injuring himself.
Well, he knows his body more than anybody.
That's correct.
Yeah, they said that Dave Roberts and his father have said that his swing is the best it's looked in a couple years.
That's good.
And so they said it's just after he just went in and refined his mechanics and is actually healthy again.
That's scary.
And the California Post is talking about parking issues where at Dodger Stadium. Is that what's going on?
No, so it's just, does the perk of parking issues outweigh? So there's a house for sale going right next to Dodger Stadium, but there's no garage, there's no parking, so it's all street parking. So if you live there, you have to park on the street.
It's also a very small house.
Yes, it's a very small house.
And Artie Moreno, the owner of the Angels, he says it's winning is not important to him. It's not even a top 5 priority. He likes affordability, to afford to bring the kids. He's always wanted to win, he says, but he said, he's motioned towards Mike Trout, said he still represents one of the keys to the Angels ending the drought, but there's other things that he likes. They want safety. They want good experience when they come to the ballpark.
I think he should buy the house.
I think that's good.
Sell the team and buy the house.
That's our show. If you miss anything, please log on to the website.
Is that the show?
That's the show. CRNtalk.com.
Actually over?
It is.
Wow.
And get our podcast. Go to any podcast platform. Just type in the Fred Dreyer Show. Comes right to the top. Fred, final thoughts from you.
I don't know if I have any final thoughts today, fellas. I'll just say this, that if you want that house, you better act fast.
Sold.
If anyone should ask, you're listening to CR